Goalkeepers, nervous strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
Hello there, Nigerian football fans and football fans everywhere. In today's video, we talk about Bruno Onyemaechi, who becomes a champion for the first time, and Victor Osimhen, who becomes a champion for the second time, though with Galatasaray. And we also talk about huge transfer news concerning Moises Caicedo, the Chelsea midfielder. Now, we'll go straight into it. First off, let's talk about Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo, one of Chelsea's best performers this season, even if Chelsea haven't hit the heights that were expected of, that the team expected. I'm sure Blue Co, Clear Lake, and all those lot expected. And as Chelsea fans, I'm sure you would have been expecting Chelsea to really push for the top four and maybe the third or second best team in England, but unfortunately that has not been the case. So the rumors are he is subject of transfer interest by Al Nassr, the Saudi Pro League club. Now, let's face it, I know Chelsea fans, you wouldn't want to see Moises Caicedo leave, but the truth is, if the Saudi Pro League are interested in Moises Caicedo, he is all but gone. Because one thing we know is Clear Lake, Blue Co, whatever, they're ready to sell players. And Saudi Pro League, they have this. They've got money, serious money. And they can choose to offer £150 million for Caicedo, that would surpass what Chelsea paid for him, or even choose to offer £200 million for Caicedo, and that will be it. And also, they may even choose to triple his salary or quadruple what he currently earns at Chelsea at the minute. And in footballing terms, that's not a difficult thing to do. I think he's on 120 or 150 or so thousand pounds a week. For you and I, crazy money, but in footballing terms, that's not so crazy. And Saudi Pro League, like I said, they've got serious money, and they can more than match his present earnings as a Chelsea, currently earns as a Chelsea player. So let's watch the space. Nothing concrete. Haven't heard from the big transfer insiders, Augustine, Fabrizio Romano, or even Matt Law. We heard from these people yet. So let's see how it shakes down. Let's see what happens. So fingers crossed. Maybe you have the Dario Sugo coming in. You have Andre Santos also coming in. Leslie Gochuku returning from loan spell at Southampton. So you could say maybe that role is more than covered at Chelsea, but let's see how that shakes down. Let's see how it pans out as we continue to monitor those sort of reports. Now going into some Nigerian related news. Now talking about Bruno Onyemaechi. Bruno Onyemaechi has become a champion for the first time in his career after winning, the league at, with Olympiacos. So that's very, very good. And it bodes well for Nigeria. It means well for Nigeria because you want players that have that winning mentality. And winning mentality can be got from books. It can be got from people explaining how to win to you. A winning mentality can be got from you actually winning. That's where you get your winning mentality from. So you have players at their club who are playing well, winning trophies, winning titles, leading their teams. It would bleed in, it would flow into, the actual international games. Probably you play in the AFCON, you play the World Cup qualifiers, you play, in the World Cup itself. Because once you have that winning feeling, once you have that taste in your mouth of winning, you want more. You always want more. It's just like shark and water. Once they smell blood, they want more. Same thing. Once you start winning as a player, you want to have that taste. You want to have that feel. That's why for me, I've said about Chelsea that Enzo Maresca made a huge mistake not prioritizing winning the Carabao Cup, because once these players get to win a trophy, win a title, it would even fill them up with more desire to go out to win. So, but that's the side. So speaking of Bruno Onyemaechi, good move for him. I was happy when he moved to Olympiacos because I felt like that was a good move, because he was moving to Greece. Though you may say Greece is not such a fancy league, not one of the top leagues in Europe, you might say, but you go into a league and you're playing for the top team in Greece. You play for a top team and you're actually going out to win, because it helps you win. Because if you had gone out to play for a team that maybe traditionally finishes 10th or finishes in the bottom half of the Greek league, then that's an issue. But you've gone to a club that wins, and that puts you not only in a good shop window, but lets you win. And when you win, it boosts your confidence, it boosts your career, and also helps you perform at a high level, top level for your national team. So happy days for Bruno Onyemaechi, and hopefully he can bring that winning mentality, that winning mindset into the Nigerian Super Eagles setup. And then must talk about this player, of course, Victor Osimhen, scoring for fun, creating goals for his teammates, leading his team passionately, even if he doesn't have the captains and band. So he's been fantastic, and now he's just helped Galatasaray win their 23rd Turkish championship. The 23rd Turkish championship he has won. So, and you know, many clubs are interested in his signature. Why wouldn't they? Because he's a top world class player. And you see the passion in his face, see the way he plays. Amazing, absolutely amazing player. So happy for him that he's won his second title in Europe. He won the first title with Napoli, over, of course, in the Serie A, and now he's won this with Galatasaray as well. And this is so important. Same thing with Bruno Onyemaechi. You have this winning mentality, you have this taste for winning. It bleeds into the national team setup. It bleeds into the Super Eagles setup, because once you have a lot of players who are used to winning, who are used to winning at their club sides, when they come to the national team, it even stirs them up more to even win, because they have that belief in them that they can win. And they want to, and they would want to reenact that feeling of winning. They want to re-experience that feeling of winning, lifting the trophy, celebrating, and the joy it brings to them. So top news for respect to these two players. Happy that they've both won this title. I hope we see more Super Eagles players win titles for their clubs, win trophies with their clubs. And so Victor Osimhen, where would he go? He's sort of giving signs that he probably would believe in Galatasaray. I'm sure he would believe. I'm sure they must have expected that. And the normal saying, or a very common saying, don't fall in love with a lone player, because he will always go back to his parent club, or at least his parent club will want to shift him over to another club that will give them more money. And so Victor Osimhen, obviously, he's not going back to Napoli. The relationship there is over, is tarnished. According to various reports, you have clubs like Manchester United, Chelsea, I'm not sure, Liverpool, but top clubs are interested in his signature. And who knows, Real Madrid, depending on how this Champions League goes, they may decide to invest in actual number 9. But for me, when you have a Vinny Jr., you have an Mbappe there already, I don't want, if for any reason, Victor Osimhen to go there and someone tells me it's because of the style of play, want to play something different. No, want to go to where he's going to play, and maybe he can come to Chelsea. Who knows? But so, want to know your thoughts and opinions on these 3 topics that I've talked about in this video, let me know in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and I'll see you yet on another video. So stay well and stay blessed.